What's up guys? My name is Alan and honestly in today's video we are going to go ahead and see how we can create a stunning website together. In today's example on the right hand side you see a website called True North Movers. They're an award-winning moving company in London, Ontario, and in today's video I'm going to show you guys exactly how we're going to recreate this website on Wix. That's right, we're going to use the Wix editor to absolutely create this website on the mobile, actually on the left. Most of you guys as developers, as designers, or even as business owners know that creating a user experience is super important. And as you can see, True North Movers does a great job with presenting an awesome experience for their users, including having a built-in chat system, which is really amazing. So without further delay, we might as well get right into it. I'm going to show you guys how I, as a business developer and as a developer in general, would go ahead and actually build this project out in Wix.com. So let's get started. First, you obviously need a Wix.com website, and for anybody who's just joining us, please, if you're going to end up skipping this video, just check out the end product of how this is going to look on the left-hand side because we're going to put in so much work on this project. And I'm going to show you guys exactly what layers I'm going to use, how to create it, and hopefully give you some really awesome design tips. So again, if you haven't already, consider subscribing. It helps out my channel so much. Give it a like, give it a comment, and let's get started. First, go to Wix.com, create a website, open up a website, go ahead and enter blank canvas and hop onto the mobile editor and we can actually start building this together. So first thing we see is that this website has some elements. They have a logo at the top left hand corner, they have a menu in the center, again they have some text here, and then they have a description, and then they have this very beautiful grid layout, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 images. So let's see what we can do here. First, I might as well go ahead and start with the logo. So I'm going to click on add, I'm going to go ahead and click on images. I'm going to go ahead and select an image to upload, and I am going to go ahead and select, let's see if we got the logo because I did upload everything here. There it is right here, this little truck. We're just going to zoom out real quick so I can see this. We're going to add. All right, so it looks like I got this really cool logo here. I'm going to go ahead and shrink this a little bit more. And again, if you guys want to see the end product, definitely feel free to fast forward to the end. But for everybody who wants to be a part of this, yeah, it's going to be a really crazy experience here. I hope we can get this, honestly, because you are definitely going to see how amazing Wix is. So some of the requirements is just using the standard Wix editor. That's right, we're going to use the Wix editor to recreate this stunning website on mobile, going down vertically, of course. So we have this little menu here, which is again just the logo. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and actually just start adding some text. I'm going to add some text right about here. And then I'm going to go ahead and bring this text right down to here within the center. And voila. Okay, so we need some text here, and the text we need is an award-winning moving team. So let's go ahead and copy this, paste this into our Wix editor. All right, let's see what we got here. It's looking so-so. First of all, it's definitely not the right font. I believe this is either Semi Poppins Bold or Mizard. Mizard Bold. All right, so let's copy that one more time. Type in Mizard. Again, we're using just a standard text element, which can be found under add. What we're going to do is we're going to probably make this 18 font. And what we're going to do is we're going to simply align it in the center. All right, you know what? It's looking not too shabby. I'm going to keep that right here. What we can do to add the description here is that we can, of course, go ahead and simply add text, go into add more text, and just add a paragraph field. Again, we're just throwing this into our editor, and we're going to place this right underneath it. I'm just going to align it. To get the text, honestly, because we have the example on the right-hand side, I'm just going to copy this in its entirety, right-click, copy, and then we're going to paste this into our Wix editor one more time. All right, so this is what we got so far. Obviously, it needs to some work needs to be done, so let's just double-click this, and maybe what we can do is we can start by simply aligning it in the center. And we're actually going to unlink any of the text content. And I believe the font that they're using is Poppin Semi Bold Extra Light with the boldness. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make this maybe 11 font. Let's see what happens here. All right, I mean, we're making progress, put it that way. I'm going to go ahead and place this right in the middle. All right, so it's looking not too shabby actually. It's going to be interesting how we're going to recreate this little grid layout here. Honestly, again, I don't really know how because it won't fit all the way and we don't want the images to be too small. But for argument's sake, let's go ahead and try it anyways. What I'm going to do before I do that, I want to stay true and consistent to the site. I am going to go ahead and highlight we are and then the business name. And I'm going to highlight this actually in yellow, which is their yellow, by simply opening the text editor and then again, just bam, seeing if this works. All right, yeah, I mean, it's definitely coming along. Let's go ahead and highlight just a few more things and then we can just kind of move past the text ratio here. And then maybe we'll just highlight simplifying and then we'll go text color, we'll go here. All right, it's looking not too shabby. I mean, definitely in your example, if you want to make it look a little better, great. If not, then, this will do for now. Let's go ahead and actually move this up just a little bit more. And I guess what we can do here is we can go ahead and try to replicate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think this is going to be the hardest part. So let's go ahead and grab an image. So we'll click on the Wix mobile editor. We'll click on the little add button. We'll click on image. We'll click on manage my image uploads. And what we'll do is we'll expand this. I'm going to show you guys a little trick. In the Wix Media Manager, you can actually click on Unsplash at the bottom left-hand corner, and this will give you 4K high-resolution images. So you can definitely find some really cool images here. In our case, we're going to go to Site, Files, and we have the truck already uploaded, and we're going to simply just add the truck right there. And then we're going to go ahead and see side-by-side examples. All right, so let's see what we can do here. What I would do as a developer is I would simply take this image and create a mobile grid. So how I create mobile grids is I simply move the image a little bit smaller and I try to fit basically this layout from left to right because obviously in mobile, we just don't have the space. What we're going to do is we're going to click on the image. We're going to click on design. From there, we're going to click on custom design because you'll notice that these images have little borders. So we're going to click on the second frame right here. We're going to click on border and go to width and just simply move it down to 0. We're going to go to corners and we're going to make the corners 10 to give it that real nice edging. And then we're going to remove the shadowing. So let's see what we got here. It's looking not bad. I gotta be honest, the website is definitely coming along. I mean, give a thumbs up if you think that it's gonna turn out amazing because I can already tell. I even say it might even be better than the desktop experience, but we'll find out in a moment. So let's go ahead and click on the image. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on the little settings here. We're gonna scroll down to the bottom, and in regards to proportions, we're gonna disable this, and we're gonna make this image a little bit lengthier by stretching it down here. And then we are going to turn that back on. So within the editor, we're going to keep the proportions back on and it basically crops my image. One more thing I can do is I can simply click on the image, go to this little crop tool, and then I could go ahead and actually just move this a little bit more to the right so we can see more of the front of the truck. And then what I'll do at this point is I'll just press apply. All right, I'm very happy with that. So what would I do to kind of start recreating this? Well, I would go ahead and do the following. I'm going to simply click on the image. I'm going to right click the image and select copy. And then I can just simply paste it and paste it. And that way I have two images here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take this image and I'm going to place this image right about here. However, because I don't want image, I think I'm going to go ahead and simply just change the image temporarily. I'm going to go ahead and go into Unsplash one more time at the bottom left-hand corner. I'm just going to type in family and find some amazing photos. Okay, this is a great photo. We're going to click on this photo real quick. All right, so we have two photos, which I'm somewhat happy with. To make this grid image, I'm going to go ahead and click on this image again. I'm going to click on settings, go back into the proportions, and then what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to shrink this image all the way to about halfway, so that I can fit two images underneath each other. And then I'm going to go back into the proportions one more time and then turn it back on. And this is what I got so far. It's looking so far so good. I'm going to take this image, I'm going to delete it. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make things a little bit better looking. And the way I'm going to do this, and you can follow this by all means and copy this. I'm going to click on settings. I'm going to remove proportions and I'm going to actually stretch this out even more. And then I'm going to turn it back on. All right, so what that allows me to do is it allows me to create a really nice grid I'm going to go ahead and proportions one more time. And I'm going to simply make this a little bit longer. Perfect. And then all I have to do from here is see if the grid layout works. So we're going to copy and paste. And then, all right, it's looking not too shabby. I got to be honest with you, but I think I can do a little bit better. So I'm going to go ahead and click on here and then move this a little bit further. All right, turn on proportions. The truck kind of seems off, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the crop tool one more time. I'm going to see if I can make this truck fit a little bit better. Perfect. And then I guess really what I'm going to do at this point is just apply it. All right. I'm satisfied. I mean, obviously, you know, I could do better, and as developers, it's our job to create awesome user experiences. But you know what, for anybody visiting us on mobile, I think they'd be very happy looking at this. But we do need different images. So let's click on the last image, click on change image, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just select this image right here, and then I'm gonna bring back one more time. Let's go and see what we got so far. Not too shabby, I gotta be honest. Again, might I even say that the mobile experience might actually look better than the desktop experience, but only time will tell. So let's go ahead on mobile and add some really amazing quality of life updates. One of the things we can do is on the bottom here, the chat, we're gonna go ahead and click on set up quick actions. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up more actions by adding a phone icon. And then what I'm gonna do is also add maybe a booking because you know they take phone calls and they take bookings. So let's go ahead and see if a calendar would fit. And then maybe, considering that they're a service-based company, why don't we go ahead and simply add a pricing page if they provide that. So in regards to pricing, maybe a little price tag would work. And then finally, we might as well go ahead and add just one more function always needed, which is social. So instead of calling it Instagram, I'm going to rename this to social. Instead of custom action 2, I'm going to name this pricing. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to name this book. Let's see what we got so far. All right, so honestly, it's looking really, really good. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the color from the double yellows down there. And I'm just going to spice it up a little bit. So we're going to click on the quick action bar one more time. We're going to click on set up quick actions. And then in regards to the booking, we're going to click on it, change the icon. And then what we're going to do is we're simply going to select change color. And then we're going to select a color, I think possibly, I think the purple works really nice. And then in regards to maybe the pricing, you know, maybe we can leave it yellow. All right, that looks really, really good. It matches with the text content. So quick action bar. Really, it's going to make it really easy for an individual to quickly call this individual, book, check out the pricing, check out their social, and quickly have a chat with them. And that really defeats a lot of the purpose of people having to just simply write down the phone number once they see it on the desktop. So very, very happy with how this is turning out. Let's go ahead and on top right hand corner, click on preview. I just want to see how this looks. Wow. I mean, come on, guys. Let's give some props where props is due. This is turning out absolutely amazing. So as you can see, this quick action bar, one button, call, book, pricing, social, chat. I don't know. I'm very much leaning on the left hand side is going to be much better than the right hand side, and this is all done in Wix. So the Wix website builder. If you're looking for an amazing Wix SEO tutorial or even just a Wix tutorial in general, I mean, check out this video and you can kind of see the power of Wix. Let's click on set up quick actions and let's actually set it up because it's important to set these up. And in order to set these quick actions, we simply click on the call, click on setup. And in this case, because it's a call, what I'll do here is I'll put their actual business line. And then what I'll do is so that it works. In regards to bookings, we'll go ahead and set this up to a page. Again, what we're going to do is we're simply going to have this go into the booking page. So let's see where book move, which is amazing. And then finally, setting this mobile example up for the pricing, which again will be set to the pricing page, pricing, done. And then obviously there's social. You can just set that up through Instagram. But overall, really, really great example. Let's maybe start adding a title, right? I think they need their logo. So one of the easier ways, instead of clicking on the top left-hand corner and always adding elements, one thing you can do is that if you have elements already within your Wix editor, just simply copy and paste them. You can click on it, Control C and Control V, or simply right click and copy. Regardless, we're gonna go ahead and copy that text and simply paste it again. All right, so it looks like we have some text here. And because we want it to fit in the top left-hand corner, we want to go ahead and simply create probably a smaller font. So True North Movers is this example. And then what we'll do is we'll probably make it about maybe 12 font. And then we will align this to the left-hand side. All right, so let's see if this fits. We're going to drag this right about here, add it to the header. Now remember guys, if you are adding text and you see the text frame longer, remember that individuals won't be able to click on your menu because this text frame here is actually overriding the menu bar. So you want to click on this and simply drag it all the way in. That way, honestly, you can go ahead and individuals can actually click on this little frame here. Maybe what I might do is just bring this a little further to the left. I'm going to align this a little bit better. And then I'm going to go ahead and copy this text here. I'm going to copy and paste it. And I believe they have a little hello, bonjour, hola, ciao, which is introducing everybody in multiple languages. I'm going to bring this right about here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to copy this and paste this. All right, so it's looking good. Remember what we want to do is we want to bring this down a little bit more and double click the text and simply justify it to the left. All right, and I don't know if we can bring this font a little bit smaller, which we can't. There's definitely ways around making this font smaller, but just for argument's sake, I'm not gonna waste time and kind of get that situated. So we're gonna move this right about here, and I guess we can kind of move this here. It can definitely be better. I think with just a little bit more time, obviously don't want to make this video an hour long. It can definitely be better, but it looks like we have a really beautiful logo. So I want to show you guys something really amazing. So on the top right hand corner, the mobile action, the menu, we're going to click on design. And honestly, if you click on custom design, look how beautiful this mobile menu looks. Guys, it is so simple to create a mobile menu like that. All you have to do is simply right click your menu, which by default automatically is added to your editor. Click on design, click on custom design, and click on open. From here, what you have to do is simply right click this little area and you can change the color of the menu background to fit whatever color you want. So I can change the colors. In this case, I chose that color because I've also added a image. Again, if you want to add content or images or frames or boxes or buttons within the menu, you simply open the menu, click on the add to mobile, and then you can go ahead and add anything you like to this frame. In this case, I chose an image and I added the image here, and the menu automatically gets added every single time. So yeah, talk about an absolute gorgeous menu. I'm going to click on preview on the top right hand corner, click on the little menu box, and then it turns to this absolutely gorgeous menu here. If you want to change the color of this little X here, which is the menu from closing, to a different color, you can go ahead and do that by simply right clicking this menu, go into design, and then simply go in custom design, and then under open, we want to go ahead and work with this element specifically, which we can go ahead and say, hey, icon color to be black, and then the background color to simply remove it. And then in regards to border, we can simply remove the border. And then as you can see, that X literally just becomes transparent, and then it looks really beautiful. So there's a lot of cool, interesting factors that we can take into consideration for each element, but overall, I think that this is looking absolutely gorgeous. So let's see how we can go ahead and create kind of the bottom portion here. It's really interesting. I guess the thing I'm gonna need is a quotation, a little quotation icon. So I'm gonna click on add to mobile. I think it's under decorative, and then it should be under icons, and then we're gonna click on more icons, and then we're gonna go ahead and just simply expand this and type in quote, and let's go ahead and find this icon. So there it is right there. We're just simply gonna expand this so everybody can see. We're gonna add to page. All right, so it looks like I got a quotation mark. Now, however, I obviously need to make this much smaller. So let's go ahead and grab it, simply bring it down to about size. I think that is a good size. It might even still be a little too big. So let's just go ahead and Make it a little bit smaller. No, too small. Life of a developer, I swear. All right, so I'm happy with that. How can we recreate this accommodate? So it's an element, so it's an icon and it's some text. So again, with text, what I honestly do is just copy and paste, bring it down to about right here. And then because we're not using the same text, we're just gonna copy the text on the right-hand side and simply just paste it. All right, and then what we're gonna do obviously is align everything to the left-hand side, and let's see what it looks like. Honestly, it looks amazing just off the bat. I might just leave it. I don't think there's anything needed. However, there's another kind of like stars here. I think that's actually an image. So we're going to click on add to mobile. We're going to click add image because I think I saw that image in our editor. We're going to grab it. There it is right there. In this case, you can just press enter if you're in the editor. And then we're going to add that right back here. We're going to simply make it much smaller. Let's go ahead and make it much smaller because obviously on mobile, things need to be much smaller. All right. I think it looks great. Honestly, I am super, super excited. And shout out to everybody who's here. Comment in the comment box below if you're here and if you enjoyed this video, because obviously I'm doing this live. So hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Now, in regards to Grant Mendes via Google reviews, let's go ahead and do the following. Maybe we can grab a title here because I like it bold. We're going to copy. And we're going to bring this down right about here for the individual who reviewed this specific business. And we're going to go ahead and align it to the left-hand side. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make this 14. And we're going to paste what was right here. So Grant Mendes, copy. And let's see what we can do here. Paste. Not too shabby. Now, in regards to the little yellow highlight, the way we can do that is actually just on the left-hand side, click on add to mobile. And then what we're going to do is we're going to click on box, and then we're just going to bring this yellow box to the editor, and we're just going to place it. It looks like it's behind it, so we're going to right click this box, and we're going to use the arrange option, and then we're going to simply send this box to the back. And now the font is over on top of the box. It looks like we're probably going to have to bring it halfway, and then we're just simply going to drag this right about here. And then we're going to simply make this much smaller. What do we got? It looks amazing, guys. Like, come on. I guess what we could technically do is maybe bring it up a little bit more. I'll bring, my OCD is kicking in, so we'll just make it a little bit smaller. All right. All right, that's a home run. Come on, guys. Talk about an amazing user experience. Let's go ahead and preview this. Again, we're previewing the mobile example. Let's go ahead and scroll down. Absolutely gorgeous. I can't believe that you can create such a stunning website using the Wix Classic Editor. Not even Editor X, just a simple Wix.com free website. And this tutorial hopefully is going to show you how to create just that. So let's look at kind of what we can do in regards to scrolling down. And I mean, kudos to the desktop site also. I mean, it is absolutely gorgeous, guys. I mean, the way they display content, and not just because I built it, honestly, I am very happy with just the end result. I don't know if we can get this featured on median little snippet on the right hand side because I don't want anything to distract my experience on the mobile because everything's so small. But let's go ahead and maybe start recreating the bottom portion. So what do we have here in regards to elements? Well, we have an image and some text. And if you actually hover over this image, it's actually so cute. It says, hey, mind your own data. So this developer, myself, obviously cares about user data. So I'll show you guys how to add really funky messages also on your overlaying your images. But let's go into the Wix mobile editor one more time. Let's go ahead and click on the little add to mobile. Let's click on image, and let's go ahead and upload an image that we think is fitting. In this case, we actually need to go to unsplash.com. And let's go into maybe typing in living room. I think maybe finding an appropriate image. You know what I'll do in this case? I'll actually just type in chair. And again, unsplash.com gives you free 4K royalty-free images. To be honest with you, I really like this image right here. I don't know why. You know what? I'm going to choose this one. I can't make up my mind, honestly, but either or. Let's select an image. Finding lifestyle images that fit business needs is very difficult, and that's why I always recommend Unsplash. So because everything's vertical on mobile, I don't think we're going to be able to do this side-by-side kind of visual that we see here. So what we're going to do is we're actually just going to click on settings, and we're going to remove the proportions just temporarily, and then we're going to scroll down, and we're just simply going to bring this image all the way to about right here. I still do want big images, so I'm going to click on settings one more time because that looks completely, not right. And we're going to re-stretch the proportions. All right, so it's looking good. We can click on the image one more time and go to crop and see what options we got. So we don't really have much options other than obviously choosing where. I think right about here will probably be fair. And then we're just going to press enter. All right. Now that we have an image, what we got to do is add the edgings. Again, adding edgings is simple. Simply within our Wix Classic editor, we're going to click on the image. We are going to click on design. We are going to go ahead and click on custom design, customize design, and click on the frame. From there, we're going to remove the width. We're simply going to add 10 radius on our borders and our corners, and then we're going to go ahead and remove the shadow. And then that way we have consistent images all throughout. Everything has corners. We're going to bring this down a little bit more because I do want enough space. And then finally, we might as well just add the text. So, like normal, we're just simply going to copy, and we're going to copy this. We can actually copy both these together by simply holding shift, copying and pasting. And now we're going to go ahead and bring this down to about right here. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to justify this title to the left-hand side. So we're going to justify this to the left, and then we're going to bring this down a little bit more just so that our website looks amazing. And then what we're going to do is we're going to copy the title. We're going to copy, and then we're simply going to paste it right into here. And we just want to make sure that everything fits. So we're going to click here within the box. We're just going to move the box and make it smaller so the fonts just show up. And you know what? I'm happy with that titling right there. And I just want to simply make sure that it fits. So when you move elements within the Wix editor, especially the mobile editor, you have this purple indicator, and this purple indicator will actually let you go ahead and simply align your elements from left to right so that you always can get the exact alignment when scrolling down. And then from here, we might as well just copy and paste this portion right into this little frame right here. Again, we're simply going to select it all and just align it to the left. And then we're happy with that. Because this has so much content, guys, some projects honestly just have a lot of content, and might I recommend, regardless, if you have a lot of content, keep your content. Don't worry about if your website is going to be too lengthy, because honestly, majority of the time, you really need your content. So, and it does help with SEO. So good content with SEO, you really can't beat that. So let's go ahead and go here and make sure that the font is the same. It doesn't look like this font is the same, so we're just going to select this font, all of it, and then we're just going to make it bold. All right, so the font is now consistent. Again, the font that we chose in this specific case was Semi Poppins Bold, and then obviously we created the bolding on that. So let's go ahead and bring this all the way up here. And you know what, guys? I think that should be enough for this video. I think that you guys got the gist of how to create this website. It's just a matter of getting the right elements. So we know that this is a menu. We added a title. We added a logo. We added the byline. We looked at, by default, the fact that the menu automatically comes in. We just simply have to change the background and simply add an image. You don't have to add an image, of course. We looked at adding a title. We looked at adding a description. We looked at adding a different grid layout. And then we added the accommodation, which was the quotations. We added the little text icons. We pretty much made it amazing. If by default you did not just want a static image, what you can do is you can simply, and again, I just want to say one more thing. I know that when hovering over the image, there seems to be a black overlay. To fix that, simply click on the image, click on design, click on custom design one more time, and under hover, you simply just want to remove the rollover completely so that when you hover over the images, all they see is the images. If we want to replicate this design right here, or if we want to replicate kind of improving the design and kind of adding more consistency, we can actually just move the image right about here, copy and paste, And we can really honestly, like it's really up to you guys on what you want to do. So in this example, I'll just click on settings, I'll remove the proportions and be creative, create your own filter, create your own design. And we can kind of make one image really, really slim. I'm actually going to click on cropped, and I want to see if the cropped option works a little better. So you'll notice that we can actually zoom out, and we're just going to press apply, and then we're going to click on this image, and then we're going to create a really beautiful layout. So I'm going to show you guys how to create another beautiful layout. And then in this case, we'll just click family one more time. And then we'll go ahead and create, we'll just choose an image that I believe will work a little bit better. In this case, we might as well just go ahead and select this image. It's an absolutely gorgeous image. And then we are going to go ahead and I'm going to show you guys one more time. Just remember to click on these settings and to add the proportions one more time so it fits properly. And honestly, I think that's a home run. I mean, that looks absolutely gorgeous. You'll obviously have to do your own personal alignment. So grab the element, kind of fix the spacing here. And then in regards to spacing up here, you can click on the image again, move the spacing up here. And then like I said, if we're looking at recreating this gorgeous website on the right hand side in the Wix editor, I think we did a 10 out of 10 job. Let me know guys what you think. If you guys are watching this on the desktop version, simply pull out your cell phone, take a snapshot of this image right here, this little barcode, and load up this live example so you can see how it actually looks on your cell phone. Again, using this QR code is going to help you look at this live example together. And if I'm just looking at this website, I think we did an amazing job. Again, using the Wix HTML5 classic mobile editor. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Leave a comment, subscribe if you definitely haven't, and hopefully you guys have found a lot of good value out of this video, because this tutorial just showed you how to recreate this this example on the left hand side. And if you have any examples you guys want to share, or any examples you guys really want to see me recreate, then of course just hit me in the comment box below, share a link, and maybe on our next live stream we can go ahead and actually recreate different unique websites using Wix.com and the Wix classic editor, in this case the mobile editor, to recreate some stunning websites. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, if you haven't, subscribe for more. And again, this is Alan, your Wix partner and developer.